McCartney will not pick up another step in the kicking department. It's all over. Victory for the Kangaroos. Inconsistent 4 weeks. It's Matthew Richardson going over to Wayne Carey, the king of the heir apparent, some are saying. He's got his 200. I reckon he's got the ball too. Dipper.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's got the ball this 200. Firstly, Wayne, congratulations on 200 games, mate, but a very tough game tonight. We got up and won again. Yeah, it was a tough game. We knew they'd come out. I mean, Richmond had to win this game, and it was a game that we had to win if we wanted to stay in the top couple, so we knew it was going to be a tough contest, and to their credit, it was a real battle, and just wrapped that we won. One thing about North this year, they can certainly come back from being in front, and also they took over halfway through that second quarter. Yeah, we were disappointing in the third quarter. They come back, the scores were all locked, and we've been in that position so many times. We have an inner confidence very similar to that of the Bulldogs at the minute, and we think that we can win those close games. And yourself, mate, you're playing the middle and the back everywhere tonight. Yeah, a bit quiet tonight, but just wrapped. It was a great win. I'd rather kick a couple of goals than we win and kick 10 and lose, mate, I can tell you that. Good on you, mate, gentlemen. Welcome to the 200 Club. Well done, buddy.
What a fine career he's had. Wayne Carey started a long time ago with North Adelaide in the South Australian National Football League.
And I tell you, watching some highlights the other night, I forget which show it was on, but Peter McKenna, one of our fellow commentators, picked him as a future star of the game in about, I think, in his early 10 or 20 games.
Well, not a bad call. Mind you, I think we do that a little bit too easily and readily these days, but on that occasion, pretty much on the money, wasn't it?
Oh, very much so.
Finished in the top 10 in the Brownlow on 4 occasions. He's led the league in marks on 2 occasions. In fact, he averages throughout his career 7 marks a game, which is an outstanding stat.
If you're trying to sum this game up, what do you think, in as fewer words as possible, is the difference between these two teams, Jason? Is there anything sort of? Is it just a little bit of polish, or is it a little bit more desperation, or what do you think it is?
I think experience is on the mark. I think they have better composure in tight situations and pressure situations. They're very predictable in the way they play the game, whereas I think Richmond a couple of times didn't quite know which option to pick, what to do under pressure, nor did their teammates. And I just think when you're predictable and consistently predictable to perform under pressure, it just tells in the end. That's why they win so many close games.
Fair enough. Well, Brett Allison there.
Brett Allison, wasn't it?
It was. He kicked 3 goals, Sandy, so he'd be pretty happy
for them.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. Dennis Pagan realising the importance. He booted 1 in the first term, 1 in the third, and 1 in the final quarter.
Sandy, if Wayne Carey gets $1 million next year and the coaches are supposed to get the same as the leading player, Dennis is on $1 million a year.
Here comes the choir.
We shout, God bless our native land. North Melbourne, North Melbourne. Out we come, out we come, out we come to play. Just for recreation's sake, to pass the time away. Lots of fun, heaps of fun, enjoy yourselves today. North Melbourne boys are hard to beat when they come out to play. So join in the chorus and sing it one and all. Join in the chorus, North Melbourne's on the ball. Good old North Melbourne, they're champions, you'll agree. North Melbourne will be premiers in 1999.
I've just got to learn those words to the new song that says there's a Kangaroos. But, well, we'll have to wait and see if they're going to be premiers in 99. But back on the winning track tonight. Eventual margin 22 points. A searching Robert DiPierdomenico is lurking in the rooms. Might be able to have a chat with Dennis Pagan. In fact, Dipper, let's go down to you. Dipper.
Thanks very much, Sandy. You're on. Are you with us?
Yes, we're with you, my boy.
No worries at all. Well, Dennis, Just a terrific win by the boys then tonight.
Yeah, we were pretty ordinary in the third quarter, Dipper, and we came back well in the last quarter, and we played the sort of footy that we wanted to play, and it got us home in the finish.
It's a trait of the Kangaroos this year. They can certainly come back after being 2 or 3 goals down.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough game. It was fought close in, and you know, the Tigers had a lot to play for tonight, and I thought our boys, when the question was asked, they were terrific.
A lot of faith in Matthew Capuano tonight. You had Corey McKernan who played centre half forward all night. It's terrific to see him back after those 2 knee operations.
Probably Matthew's probably as technical as anyone at the club with his ruck work, and to think he's come back and virtually played 4 quarters and got some 20+ possessions and rucked pretty well. We're pleased with Matthew, and Corey gave us another option up forward.
And 200 games on the man himself. Did you say anything to the boys before the game?
No, we don't talk much about milestones. I spoke to Wayne during the week and I said we weren't going to mention it before. We'll talk about it tomorrow morning at our recovery session, and the club will make a presentation then.
And Britt Allison, he's back in the side. He plays that 4-pocket beautifully, doesn't he?
Yeah, his 3 goals tonight were a plus, and he's had to wait a long while. Got his chance and he really grabbed it, and you know, he's probably the fittest Brett's been for a long while, and probably that's the most important thing to come out of Brett's performance tonight.
Well, thanks for joining us on Channel 7, Sandy. Back to you, buddy.
Thank you, Dipper. Well done, Dennis Pagan and the Kangaroos. The eventual margin 22 points here at the MCG as we take a break in Friday Night Football. 9 did it well in the final term, 15-11, 101. The Tigers 11-13, 79, 22 points, the final margin.